So the problem with this whole thing, if you ask me, is that you would think that they could mention other reasons that people are flat earthers.
Other reasons people are flat earthers? Is this apart from being dropped on the head as a child? Oh, I'm going to have to put up with a Jeranism video this week, aren't I? Could do more Eric Dubay. I think everyone would go nuts if I did more Eric Dubay. And unfortunately, it's too early to drink, and I can't put up with Eric Dubay without a shed load of alcohol in me. So, let's roll the intro and let's see the other reasons why people are flat earthers. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Sarcastic Barman, welcome to my channel, and yes, this week's video is from Jeranism, and it's done completely sober, even though we're in the pub. We're in here a bit early this morning, been doing a bit of setting up, and thought, I need to get the video done before I go away for the weekend. Otherwise, there'll be no video for, basically, Thursday, or next Thursday, because I'm away for ages. So, this will be a two-parter from the lovely Jeranism and Flat Earth Stupidity. Oh, 7 reasons why people are stupid. That should be the actual title for this fucking video. Come on then, let's see what your first stupid reason is, and if I have to do fucking math sober, I'm not gonna be happy.
You know, like the fact that NASA has been lying about going to the moon for 50 years. You know, the fact that they took more photos on the moon than is even possible. Even when you multiply it out by the amount of people on the moon, the amount of time they were on the moon, you take all the images, take in the time that they were on video that we know of, and they would have been taking photos at a rate of like 1 every 10 seconds the rest of the time they're on the moon. Completely and totally impossible.
Good God, an image every 10 seconds. Whew. I mean, that would be a lot, and you'd have to go click, 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 and that wasn't even 10 seconds, and even that seemed excessive. Now, that would mean Apollo 11, about a 2.5 hour EVA, just for ease of maths, we'll call it the 2.5 hours. So that's around 900 images Apollo 11 must have taken on the moon. Now we come to a little problem here. The cassette that was used for the EVAs only had 130 images. So either we're missing 770 images, or you cocked up and didn't actually do any research on this shit, and you just heard the claim from somebody else. Oh dear, Jeranism, you're not just like blindly monkey following someone because of your religious beliefs and ignoring any actual facts that don't support you, are you? Oh, that wouldn't be a good thing, really, would it? Oh, I suppose, though, I should really show a source for images and show you some of those images just to prove my point a little bit more. Now, here we have a nice Flickr page. Flickr Photos Project Apollo Archives Albums. Now, let's have a look. Oh, Apollo 11 Magazine 40/S, 130 images. These were the images taken on the moon, funnily enough. Now, let's go and have a look in here, just to double check some bits. Oh dear, the first images aren't even taken on the moon. Then we come down. Oh, there's a leg. There's a panoramic. There's some more legs. 3 obviously quick pictures of the module. Some more pictures of the modules. 4 pictures of someone coming down a ladder. Oh, I bet that took hours to set up in their time that they have for these photos. Oh, dear me. Oh, look, more photos, more photos. Yes, a footprint. Oh no, look, several images of footprints, because we've got that one there, and that one. And then, look, here's me making a footprint. And then, look, oh dear, another little panoramic. A couple of images of basically the same thing, panoramic-y. Yeah. I think we're starting to see here that these images might not have taken long to do. No offence to the Apollo astronauts on their photo-taking skills, but when you have a limited amount of time, I think they're just going to be click, 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 taking a couple of images of the same thing to try and make sure that they get a usable image. Now I think we can safely say after that Jeranism's first claim is fucking stupid. Just as simple as that. It is fucking stupid. He either knows he's lying, which he probably does, he's a flat earther, that's what they do, or he's failed to do any research and just shown himself up to be fucking moronically fucking stupid. That's all there is to it. Oh, I really hope his second claim's going to make more sense and isn't going to be an easily debunkable stupid fucking fact that's going to drive me to wanting drink. Shoot me now.
Or that water always finds its level. Or the fact that surveyors don't take perspective into account, even though we know 100% that things appear to get smaller with distance.
Oh dear, you don't want to bring up sea level. I mean, to start with, all the seas aren't level. And that would be really fucking annoying, wouldn't it? Mean sea level on, say, the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean differs by about 40 centimetres. The North and the South Atlantic have different sea levels. This is due to the salinity in the actual water. So one is more affected by gravity than the other because it's got a higher sort of massy densityness. Oh dear, it doesn't really work for you, that, does it? And just to prove a point, to sort of show... Right, let's see how we can bend these a bit. Right, here we are. So we'll say that the one in this hand is the Atlantic, and the one in this hand is the Pacific. I think it's actually the other way around, but I don't care. Do you notice as though, even though they've both got fluid in, they don't end up being the same level? I mean, this is slightly different, but it's a handy sort of analogy. Because the two liquids don't mix with each other, and one is more dense, it sort of sits differently. The same sort of goes for the oceans. You can go that one sits slightly higher because of the increased amount of salt than that one. Does Flat Earth have an explanation for the different levels in sea level, or is it just like, no, water finds its level? But it doesn't. I mean, we're not even going to go into tides, because that's just fucking stupid. And as for things get smaller as they go away, was that not including the sun then? Because that's a real fucking nail in your coffin, isn't it? Then notice how the sun doesn't get smaller and smaller as it goes further and further away from you. It keeps a quite average relative size as it gets further and further away. There is very, very slight differences, but it is very, very slight. But in your world, there's nothing to actually block the sun from people. It's just the simpleness of, yeah, it gets smaller and smaller. Except it fucking doesn't. There's 2 points there that are mind-numbingly as stupid as the first point you made. Are we just going to keep going downhill here? Is it going to end up being the most stupid of stupidness you can ever fucking imagine? Because I really think it's going to be.
Or that we can see Canagoo from 1,000 feet high when it's 175 miles away. I mean, we can either admit what we see, or we can trust men who tell us that we actually don't see the mountain chain, that you see the sun and the moon cause mountains to rise a few thousand feet, displaying themselves perfectly for you at the horizon line.
Really? Really? You want to ignore the refraction of the mountain while showing an image of the sun, firstly going behind a mountain, which shouldn't happen on a flat earth anyway, but also I'll just show the image again and we'll break down what's really, really not good for flat earth in this image. Oh, can you see it? So you've got the sun, nice big arrow. You've got the mountain, nice big arrow. What's that? And that. Now, is that the sun underneath the mountain that's attached to the ground, but the light from the sun is coming obviously through the ground under the mountain and back up to you? Or maybe, possibly, there's a slight miraging effect going on with the mountain. I just, oh God, Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do it to myself sober? Is the fucking more interesting part. Good and God, the actual fuck. Oh, Jaren. I really hope that wasn't your 4 starting fucking arguments, because they are ridiculously fucking stupid. And to the channel that's decided to mirror this Jaren video, the fuck is wrong with you? Why? Did you not watch the video and do any research yourself into anything? Obviously, goddamn not. Oh, I think that will do for part 1. Don't forget to drop a subscribe and hit the little bell button so you can get part 2, which should come out as normal on Thursday. Oh, don't forget, if you want to add anything to these arguments or anything like that, stick them in the comment down below. If you really liked them, drop a bloody Patreon, super chat, anything like that. All does get very much appreciated. And if you can't, just leaving a comment is absolutely goddamn awesome. And if you didn't like it, just hit the down button. It doesn't bother me. Do it. Hit one of them. Hit them both. Hit all 3 buttons. Hit all 4 buttons. Hit all the buttons. But I'm going to leave it as that, because I'm expecting people in the pub shortly. A couple of Scottish people and a crazy Irish bird. Oh, dear me, I've been visited by crazy people. But I'm not going to tell you who until I let them know that I know. Mwahaha. I don't know what I know. I know something. But we'll see you on the next one. Good night. Bring me volunteers. Bring them, let them see. Test, barman test, middle volume.